which intrigues me from a programming standpoint. Wait, what? Oh crap! It played possum. What's up, everybody? A Spare with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. When we left off in the last episode, we managed to acquire a second ship to the fleet. It's the new Sky Factory, which I am strongly considering just taking all of this stuff and basically moving it onto the Sky Factory. One thing we're going to do in this episode is we're going to merge these two together. As it has been noted, and I totally agree, that the merge block setups are perfectly in sync in order to do this. So we're going to basically combine them, is one thing. Now, I don't know, because some of these ships are done from the, air traffic control mod. I'm not sure if all of these different builds come from the same builders and stuff to where they're always going to match like that, but in this case, they do actually match up pretty well. We still ran over and checked out the processing station the other last episode. That didn't go well at all. Though it was an interesting suggestion I did get from the last episode, which was to basically take some kind of driller, didn't necessarily mean this one, but some kind of drilling ship and actually burrow under the processing station. And I was like, that's one way to do it. Never actually thought about that. I'm not sure, though, that we really want to do that, the moving this base part, not the burrowing. That might actually work. But I'm not sure that we want to move the base just yet, because it does give me a spawn point in the event that I die. Though, as we saw in the last episode, I have kind of just been, reloading, which thankfully everybody was cool with and it made sense. I like I said in the last episode, I do like to think if there's a save option that you can use it freely without feeling too exploity. Some games don't have it, so it would be kind of cheaty. You might notice this, my LCD screen is a little bit different. This is coming from my early endeavors so far to reinvent my Sleepless OS and my power stuff script. There obviously is some kind of issue with my math here, because the power ratio are not adding up together. So it probably is a display issue, but whatever. Oh, there it goes. Now it's actually working a little bit better. So, as you can see, this is, like I said, early concept. By the time I actually make an episode for the 102 series, the Programming 102 series, about this survival script, I'll have worked out all the bugs, but it's kind of just my test platform. But as you can see, the basic concept is we've got some power going on, so it gives you the power readout of how long your batteries have until they die, how much power you're using, how much you're getting on the input, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it's coming along. I'm making progress, and I've also got, again, I need multiple displays probably for this, but we've got some status update things for what things are running, what things aren't, so on and so forth. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I also changed my daylight settings to where we're at a 30-minute interval instead of 2 hours, because I didn't realize that was real time. I always thought that was in-game. It's not. It's real time. So we were having 2 hours of light, 2 hours of dark. So I set it for 30 minutes. We'll see how that goes. I also got a suggestion, which I kind of liked, which was to build a cryo chamber, and essentially when it got dark, basically jump in there as if it was sleeping in a Minecraft bed, and then just set the time to day, and then come back out, kind of thing, as if you slept the night off. Not a bad idea, actually. It's not a bad idea. But first, on to the main event. We're going to connect these ships up. Alright, so I have disabled the merge blocks at the moment. I have also gone back through and reactivated all of the thrusters, gyroscopes, reactors, etc. in order for the ships to fly. However, I thought of doing something a bit creative. Ooh. not that. I could make a music video out of this. Okay. That should be good enough. Well, I don't know. I think I'm going to bring the Skyforge back to the driller, not the other way around. But one thing that I decided not to do is to actually create both of them as ships, because I figured this is a static station, according to the game, so let's just leave it that way and then it won't go anywhere. We'll set one of these to be a ship, and then we'll move it to the static grid, and then once we dock them both, then we can actually disconnect them. Or not disconnect them, but we can turn them both into ships, essentially, is the idea. So, let's see here. What do I need to do? Info, convert to ship. Now, with the hydrogen thrusters and everything on, we shouldn't descend. Why are we descending? That could have gone better? Alright. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm mildly confused. I wouldn't have been as confused had I forgotten to turn the thrusters on, or the gyroscopes or something, or even the dampeners, but I'm pretty sure the dampeners were on too. Let me double check that. Maybe they weren't. My microphone arm thing that holds my microphone is kind of like in front of my left corner bottom HUD readout, so maybe I missed it. Let's find out, because that would actually make sense. If the... Okay. Now it just works. Alright. Space engineers at its finest, people. Really not sure what happened there. As I said, the dampeners are on now, so maybe they weren't before? I don't really know. Let's just do it this way, I guess. Let's just get some of this out of the way. Oh, wrong button. Don't do that. Does look like we have another signal over there we need to investigate before that disappears, though the timer is mysteriously absent for some reason. Alright. Okay, so now let's see if we can actually dock these two now that this is deciding to idle properly. Alright, that should be pretty good. Let's see. Let's back it up, back it up, back it up. I don't see any cameras on here. That looks about right. Let's drop it down a little bit. There we go. Looks pretty good. I always go really slow with merge blocks because when they snap, it always sparks and stuff and always looks like I'm breaking things. There we go. And then we get a cloud of tornado stuff. Okay. Now that we're all synced up and we're connected, what happens if we convert this to a ship? We have a portable mega base, sort of, kind of, in a manner of speaking. So we don't really have a way to dock this now, as we have now occupied the driller and the Sky Factory. I was gonna say manufacturer for some reason. So I'm a little torn. We only have 2 hours of power with this setup the way that it is, and I don't like that. So, I'm definitely thinking we add... Actually, you know what I just realized? Can I even get out of here now? Or did I occupy the only airlock? Hold on. Okay, we can still kind of get out of here. Alright, that works. So these aren't connected. Let's fix that. Connectors. Okay, so... Alright, it's every other... Let's turn those on. We might as well just connect them, actually. Now that I think about it. So let's just do this and lock. Now we've got the thing merged and their inventories are synced, essentially. But we have 2 hours before the ship basically falls out of the sky. So I either need a way to connect this with the base again, say maybe put a merge block here, might not be a bad idea, and then I could just dock it this way. I think temporarily that might be what I do. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so once again we have synchronized the ship with the base. Now it's just one big ship, basically. So, yeah. That worked out pretty well. I do think I can turn off all of my thrusters at this point. So let's just Control A that and turn those off. Let's do reactors, everything but the backup on the small one, because that's...
No station fuel.
No station fuel. How'd you come up with that? Ooh, there's another...
station fuel.
Interesting. So how is there no station fuel if you're powering things? Curious. I find that curious. Woo! Just for kicks. So the battery readout is still kind of flipping back and forth, so I think it's still basically running the place. Not sure. Battery. Current output, current input, so we're still charging, so I'm not really sure why it was coming up with no station fuel. But that'll be a good way to dock it for now, until we can modify it a little bit. So one thing is, I definitely want solar panels, and I definitely want batteries on this. I didn't realize it, but neither of these ships have batteries, which is a no-no for me. That's a bad idea. Now, solar panels, though, where can I put these that wouldn't look too bad? We're not too worried about looks at the moment, but we do kind of want it to not look terrible. So I could put them kind of along... Oop, wrong way. Could put them kind of along this... Well, it's not letting me attach it. I hate that the anchor point is on the corners of these things. It really kind of bugs me. But whatever. We could put them there too. Actually. Now why won't that work? It'll work this way, but it won't work this way. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, the light. There's a light there. That's what's causing the problem. Okay. That makes sense. Makes sense now. So yeah, solar panels, batteries, probably a have-to on this for the time being. The reactors isn't bad, but over time... You know, it's not gonna work after a while because we'll run out of uranium. Now, I'm tempted to take a run at this super gremlin because I don't think I've actually even... Oh, what now? Open Tide. I don't even know what that is. So yeah, I don't know. I do get that if we just spend all of our time hijacking stuff and things, it's not going to be all that entertaining after a while. So we might want to work on modifying this for a little bit. I tell you what, I don't want to really record at night, so we're going to make a quick save, run over to the gremlin, see if we can't grab a third ship, maybe pick that up, and then once it goes dark, I'll do some of the modifications off camera, and then we'll come back during the daytime and see what progress I've made. Alright, so we're kind of closing in on the gremlin here. Now, fun fact, that Obentide thing just straight up disappeared. I don't know where that thing went. I guess it got attacked by a garbage collector from the game or something, because it's just gone. But I'm going to try and do a top-down approach and see if I can minimize my getting shot at time. Not sure. I really just wanted to get a better look at this ship because somebody told me that the Super Gremlins were kind of like an all-in-one ship thing. Man, I can't even tell where these turrets are. Oh, now I can. Game froze for a second. There's also supposedly a script that you can run on your turrets on your ship that'll only target turrets, which intrigues me from a programming standpoint. Wait, what? Oh, crap. it played possum. Well, that was fun. Hey, hold on a minute. Why are you still on? I thought I turned off all the thrusters. And you're still on. What the heck happened here? What kind of nonsense is this? Thruster. Oh, you know what? Some of them were probably already off. No, all these are off. I don't know why those were on. There we go. That's better. I wonder if I didn't save it maybe before I turned off all that stuff. Let's check. Reactors. Nope, those are all off. You know what else we don't need is the gyroscopes. We can turn those off. The assemblers and refineries should be controlled through my script. Air vents, I don't know, do those take power? I think they take power, but they're already off. No biggie. I think that should be good. So yeah, that was kind of fun with trying to take on that ship. Oh, by the way, I also got a comment about the voxel mod that I'm using to make things look a little bit better. I did look it up. It was Doctor's Vanilla Voxels, I believe. And it's basically just a retexturing of the... Ooh, hello. What are you? I'm getting some weird kind of lag spikes here, too. What kind of ore are you? I think it's iron. Looks like iron. Or stone. Stone. Just stone. But yeah, it's basically a retexture almost of different things just to make things look a little bit sharper and a little bit better. Nothing too fancy, but I think it does add a little bit to the aesthetics. Alright, so let's check this pod here. I'm not quite so worried about breaking this down at the moment, but I may still do it anyway. I'm not really sure. And then... hopefully we get something cool. I did get the Badger rifle. You can see it on my gun. It's kind of been on my gun for most of the episode, I think. I also got cow shoes and something else at some point. Ooh, wood gloves. Wood. Wooden gloves. Alright. Alright, so I made a pretty good amount of progress. Not great, but we're getting there. So I put about 10 solar panels on top of this, and I tried to keep it kind of aesthetically cool looking. It's a little tough with the way that the anchor points work for the solar panels, like that, you know, I couldn't spin them around every way that I wanted, kind of thing. For example, one of the ones that bugs me is over here. This guy, because the anchor point is in this back left corner, I couldn't actually put it here, even though I could put the other one there without putting a block there for it to mount to, which is really kind of annoying, but whatever. You can see on my hands, I've got the wood gloves now, which is just kind of funny. And I went back to my cow gun, and I just like kind of seeing how, for my regular Let's Play episodes, I just think it's funny to see how goofy we can look, kind of thing. So I've got rainbow boots, and, you know, I'd actually like some suit stuff. That'd be kind of cool. We haven't found any suits yet. So, what I've got the ships and the base working on is solar cells. Because I got everything else, but the solar cells we didn't have any extras of. Or, also, it would be really cool if the devs could actually keep the skins from switching every 5 seconds when you change into something else. That would be kind of cool. So, if I go to my refineries, since I've got refineries and stuff up here, I've got it working on silicon and nickel, which is something that I'm deficient in making the solar panels. So I think I have enough material to do what I need. I need 640 solar cells, which is, it's a lot. Now, obviously, if we want to, while this is connected, we could break these two down, but I kind of want to see what it can do for now. We're up to 84, actually, so that's pretty good. And we're actually only missing, I just put way more than I needed, actually. But we actually have enough silicon, it seems, so we're actually looking at nickel being our required point here. But that's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and throw... Nope, want that back. Give me that back. Those. Throw those back in there. Alright, now, I do probably need to add a couple batteries on here as well. Right now, it's going to be storing to the battery on the base, or at least it should be. How are we looking? 1? Really? 1? That's it. There we go. 2. I was going to say. And, whoop. So almost enough to do another one. Let me go ahead and access the refinery here. Oops, that's control panel. I need refinery. And refinery 3. We're going to go ahead... Alright, let's... Small cargo container. I don't think this is the right cargo container. Let's do cargo. We'll throw this back in one of the loot ones, I guess, since they're available. Just because we don't really need more power to be consumed at the moment. We really just want the... It just has to do it, doesn't it? We really just need the nickel at this point, so we can basically shut down Refinery 3. Oh, yeah, I forgot. My script will do that. I did find a problem with the script for the assemblers, that it's currently going off production queue. And if it doesn't have the materials, but the queue is still in there, then it's still basically manufacturing, which is not what I wanted it to do, but I kind of overlooked that. It was an oversight on my part. Alright, so cool. That's working. So we're actually up to 4 panels. Or we should be, thereabouts. Oh, so close. Alright, let's fly over here and grab this thing. Okay, let's see what you got. Ooh, zombie rifle. Color me intrigued. Alright, where's the... Do you have a storage crate on you? Anywhere? This one looks a little small for a storage crate. Can I knock you over? Aha! I found you. It's not the reactor, is it? No! Awesome. Wait, what? And normally I do break these all the way down, but at the moment we're doing pretty good on just steel and all that kind of stuff, so I don't really feel like it's necessary. But let's go find out what this zombie rifle looks like. Alrighty, so that's what the new zombie rifle looks like. It's not too bad. Let me see if I can get into better lighting. Kind of reminds me of a bit more of just a camo style, kind of dirty camo style type of thing, I suppose. But not bad. Not bad. Let's see. Doing pretty good on our production. We only need a few more nickel to be at where we need it, so we can probably make another run up to the ship here. But in the meantime, I do have some more solar panels, or solar cells, throw in here. There we go. I think that's all. Yeah, I only had enough for those. And in theory, obviously I'm not checking as we're going, but in theory, I mean, we only have been powering our little base down there for 2... Really, what I really need to make sure that I can do is that bare minimum, the atmospheric thrusters can hold up the ship, and that the solar panels and battery combinations can at least hold the ship thrusters active until the next day cycle, so for a half hour, basically. Because if I can do that, then we could actually turn this into a fully mobile base where we don't really need to sit still anywhere or sit down there, which would be cool. I've never done that before. I've never had a fully mobile base, but we have to make sure we meet the power requirements and all that to keep her afloat. Because if we use the hydrogen ones to keep it floating, then we're eventually going to need more ice and we'll run out and all that kind of stuff. Whereas if we can run it solely off of the atmo thrusters, we should be able to run off of pure power, and then it becomes a battery solar panel issue of whether or not you have enough. How are we doing over here, actually? I know my script's kind of running a little haywire, but we're actually inputting... Oh, I've got the reactors running, dagnabbit. Never mind, because our battery's fully topped off, too. I was gonna say, oh, actually, I'm a dum-dum. I am a dum-dum doo-doo head. Where is batteries? What do I need? Steel plates, construction components, power cells, computers. The power cells are going to be a problem, but let's see. Construction components, steel plates, computers. Was that it? Yeah, that's about it. Let me grab another set of all that, though, just so we have enough. And, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So power cells are going to be a problem because of their volume. I also didn't grab any more of the materials from up here. So, I don't really want to put the batteries on the outside. I thought about it at first, but it doesn't seem like a good idea to me. I could put them right here. I don't want to overly cramp the ship in here. Oh, I could fit one right here, actually. Actually, you know what? Let's store some stuff. I don't need to carry all this with me every single time, either. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on the solar panels a little bit, and then if we lose daylight, if we still got some daylight, then I'll probably bring it back from an exterior shot. If we're losing daylight, I'll probably just be inside the ship so you guys can see a little bit better. Alrighty, so we've hit a bit of a snag here, but I think we can fix it. We shouldn't have too much of an issue. Let's see, I want to make sure I'm on a good number, so 350. Oh, cancel. So we're going to keep 350 in mind with how many solar panels we still need, or solar cells. But let's take, I don't know, like 300 of these, right? And what we're going to do is actually break these down. Because I need more iron in order to make some power cells, because I actually don't have enough power cells to make the battery. Which I didn't even think about, but it was kind of like, ooh, that's a problem. Actually, that might... Stop it. That might be enough. Let's check. I want to do like 10. Is that enough? Alright, cool. So let's grab... Wow, that was actually pretty fast. Alright, come on. I don't think I needed more than 10. I think I was at like 110 and I needed 120. So let's see. Now we still need more solar panels, obviously, but at the moment, what I realized, in case some of you weren't aware, is that the batteries, it's full, so it's not actually storing any more power, and the reactors are still running, which means I'm losing power, actually. As long as I'm not using... I mean, if I'm using all of the battery, or I mean all of the... I need 10 more. Crap. Alrighty, so we're actually doing pretty good. Actually, you know what? Let's grab a random color picker thingy here, and let's fix this color palette, because it's kind of bothering me. This isn't the same. Oh, come on, really? You're not gonna let me paint this because of this? I hate the collision box things on here sometimes, but whatever. Yeah, it's because of the light, in case you were wondering. So yeah, we have 4 batteries up and running now, and as you can see, they are definitely all charging. Now, I believe the reactors are still running, so I might want to turn those off and see what we're actually able to input-output at the moment. And I also found it is still a little bit daylight at the moment. I think it's towards the afternoon at this point. Let's see, where's the sun? Oh, it's actually high noon. Okay, cool. So, at the moment, our solar panels should be giving us the absolute most we're gonna get, kind of thing. We'll go ahead and throw these power cells in there. I think I have like 180 more solar panels to go through before I get all of them done. We have, what is that? 9? No, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 up and running. And I think one of these may have been partially done. Let me see. Oh, there's only 2 on this one. So not quite. But one thing I've found also with my script, one of the issues that I ran into is it only collects all the blocks once. So you'll notice we have 15 megawatt hours of average power now. That's because I recompiled the script. But I also made another battery. So if we go in here and recompile it and run it again, it should have changed unless it already... Oh, it already accounted for it even though I hadn't actually completed it. Okay. So we're actually not doing too bad. The output is still really high, and I don't know why. I'm kind of trying to figure out what else. Maybe the merge blocks require power. These are off because I took all of the stuff out of them. Reactors are off. Assemblers, other than the one that's running atmosphere, gyro, thrusters. I'm not really sure what is requiring all the power here. 2 antennas are off. So I don't know. Maybe the cameras. Nope, those are still on. I don't really know where all of our power is being pulled from, unless it's just this assembler. Let's see, 560 is the one assembler, so maybe that's all it is. That seemed high to me, but our output is at 720, so 560 of that being the assembler. I guess we're only at about a 200 kilowatt, which when you factor in all the lights on the new ones, I only had one light here. There's lights, there's control seats, some other things, turrets, etc. So maybe that's where all the power is going, because it sounds like we have quite a bit. Now I did notice. Let me see if I can actually... I was supposed to weld up one of the solar panels. So this one, these actually have efficiency and productivity upgrades on them as well. So that's pretty awesome. Now this says max required input at 1.68. Max required input is 560. So this is cool because they have more efficiency or productivity, but it's actually going to be pulling a lot more power to use these up here. So that's something we have to keep in mind. But yeah, I mean, bursts of things are going to be different than something you're using all the time as well. So that's something to consider. Alright. So one more run ought to be enough. But yeah, I think we'll be doing pretty good. As a minimum flyover hover base kind of thing. We'll need to add a medical room as well so we can respawn on the ship. And I might try and find a spot on the driller to plug these 2 solar panels as well, is one idea that I had. But yeah, so we got solar panels, we've got batteries, and I'll probably try and discharge this battery and store it on those up there, and then maybe move that battery up there. So hopefully by the next episode we can transition to a mobile base, I think. But like I said, I have to try it with the thrusters on. Bare minimum, we need the thrusters, the control seats, and the gyroscopes to be able to run off of battery power for 30 minutes at idle. That's basically my criteria. Because we're in an atmosphere, so we don't need to worry about the vents and all that kind of stuff. But as long as in the medical room, we need to add a medical room. Part of me is almost thinking of breaking down these merge blocks to where it's actually one ship, not detachable. And then maybe kind of widening this area out to this connector. Like take these off and just go straight across with beams, and then put the medical bay somewhere in there, maybe? That's an idea that I had. If we do that, though, I do need to have some form of door, because at the moment we wouldn't be able to get out. But what I'm thinking, let's see, medical rooms are what? 2 by 2, it looks like. So what I'm thinking is if we take out the merge blocks there, it's not letting me do it very well because of this, but if we take out the merge blocks and we take out these ramps and we just put square blocks through here, all through here, I'm thinking, and then kind of did the same thing over here, we would have a 3 by 3, or I mean a 3 block wide floor space, and then it wouldn't be full as far as like there's spaces over here that we could utilize, because it would only take up 2 blocks. Another option would be to look around in here and see if there's maybe a space, but they kept it kind of cramped. We might be able to remove this and the remote block and put one here. Kind of a in a pinch type thing. Oh, there's interior lights there. That would cause a problem. Kind of wish I thought about that before I put the batteries there, but whatever. You know, tomato, tomato. But anyways, oh, you know what I could do is remove one of these. I could take out one of these flight seats and one of these turrets and put it right there. That could work. Can I get to this conveyor, or is this a window? Ah, I can't get to it. I could... Is there a connection point over here? There is. Alright, and just to double check, I can't see. Is there a connector on the back of these? I can't tell because nothing will let me look at it. I'm thinking I'm going to put it right there in the bridge, is my new idea. And for solar panels up here, I might lay a couple, I don't know, maybe make like wing type shapes off the side, and that'll be, or maybe right here. That might be what I'll do. For the solar panels, if I break these down and make it straight columns across, maybe? Or maybe make them single slopes. Ooh, that I could do. I could make them single slopes, and then put a solar panel this way and a solar panel that way. That's what I'll do. So yeah, I think that's the plan. And by that point, we'll have a medical bay, we'll have 12 solar panels and 5 batteries on this. So I'm hoping if we shut everything down but the atmospheric thrusters, the gyroscopes, the flight seats, and the batteries in the medical bay, that would be like minimum, bare minimum, maneuverable, hoverable, and sustainable. And if I can get it to where the power draw would be less than, you know, what we're going to recharge over the day, then we should be good to go. And we could have a fully mobile base that will never crash. That's the idea. At least not if we don't go too overboard with flying around and like defensive maneuvering and combat and everything. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about all of this. In the meantime, we're going to wrap things up here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.